The Round Top Mountain Trail south of Jasper is about a 2-mile loop trail featuring plenty of interesting rock formations and picturesque bluff lines, not to mention plenty of wildflowers, ferns, and mosses. Round Top Mountain is located just 2 miles south of Jasper by Highway 7. Joining us is Gene Davis with the Newton County Resource Council. Gene, about how far is it to the crash site from this point?
It's a mile, mile and a half. We have to go upgrade a little bit.
This is one hike during which, if you need to take frequent breaks, you can do so, since there are more than 30 benches located along the trail. So Gene, I guess folks taking this trail can go as short as they want or as long as they want, I imagine.
That's true, Chuck. You can take the whole distance, and it's about 6 miles, or you can take the short distance, what we're going to do today, and that'll be consist of about 3 miles. So it's about half of it.
Much of the history of Round Top Mountain has been tranquil. That is, until that B-25 crash on February 6, 1948.
It was a cold, rainy night, afternoon, and I'm sure that there was ice at this altitude on the tree, and the residents in the valley heard the impact, and they got up here probably an hour or so after the impact. And the impact on the bluff line up there, one of the engines was stuck in the crevice of the bluff. The rest of the airplane was right in the area where we're at right here. And there was 5 fatalities. There were 5 pilot, co-pilot, and of course your navigator, and 2 passengers. And the 2 passengers was just taking a ride from point A to point B, and they just happened to be in the wrong place. But nobody survived. Of course, it was a sudden impact. I don't know, that particular aircraft traveled at 150, 160 knots. So you can see what kind of damage it would be. There wouldn't be much left. As being a pilot, I can just imagine what they were sitting there talking just like you and I are today, and all of a sudden, there it was.
Farther along the trail, there are some rather interesting rock formations. One piece of rock there.
Maybe the tree is holding that up. That is unique right there. This right here is the shelter, the Indian shelter that we have found. Several Indian artifacts has appeared here, and in 1990, all these rocks here that you see here in front here were up here at the ceiling, but sometime or another they fell, and we don't know when or what caused it, but they're down. But this was used as a shelter for our native Indians when they were probably on hunting parties or something like that.
And you found some artifacts here?
Oh yes, yeah. Pottery, there's pieces of pottery, arrowheads, and points, arrow points.
Those Native Americans who lived here, referred to as Ozark Bluff Dwellers, were the first inhabitants of Round Top Mountain.
How long they were here, I don't know, but then probably the next settler was Dr. Adler's. He had visions of a large orchard up here on top. He brought apples and planted them up here, apple trees, and then had wild onions and all kinds of vegetables out of the garden up here. And he spent a lot of time up here. And then, of course, he left, and there wasn't much done with the Round Top until we got a hold of it, the Newton County Resource Council. And as you can see, the trail that we have approximately 6 miles of trail, and it would take you probably a half a day to explore it and to get all the viewpoints and the overlooks and all that. At least a half a day if anybody wants to come and explore it and look at it.
Quite a view.
Exceptionally view. If you're right here behind me, where we're at, you can see Jasper, the town of Jasper, and also Little Buffalo and Big Buffalo. All the watersheds of the Little and Big Buffalo, you can see it right here behind us. And just due north, of course, you can see Harrison, Arkansas.
Explore the beauty of Round Top Mountain for yourself near Jasper. Find out where we're headed next in my blog at myarkansaspbs.org, brand new each Monday. And don't forget to download the Engage Arkansas PBS app for some really cool Trails photo frames and details about how to enter our Trails contest.